There is a growing number of homeless people living on the streets of La Crosse.
The latest count in La Crosse County shows there are more unsheltered homeless people now than this time last winter. A policy shift at the Salvation Army is hoping to help reduce the number of people living on our streets.
Lisa Klein takes a deeper look at the program in tonight's News 8 Investigates report.
Well, last July, in response to a series of News 8 Investigates reports on the homeless in La Crosse, the Salvation Army told News 8 they were hoping to move away from their zero tolerance policy. They have. The emergency shelter now accepts people who are under the influence of drugs or alcohol. This change in policy is already making an impact on the community since it began in late November.
So we're just going to walk through here, make sure people aren't drinking and smoking in the parking ramps.
On a cold winter day, some homeless people go wherever they can to warm up.
We would find people on the streets. People would call in about people in doorways, in the parking ramps. Parks, sometimes huddled up behind landscaping or other natural places like that.
As one of two downtown La Crosse neighborhood resource officers, Joel Miller is used to working with the homeless.
Hey.
He sees firsthand some of their struggles.
The resources are so limited, it's very frustrating as an officer when you don't have somewhere to go or some way to help. You know, you feel helpless in that situation when you're supposed to be the one helping.
You know, it breaks our heart to turn people away.
The coordinator of the La Crosse Community Warming Center understands that helpless feeling.
The hardest thing to do is to send people back, to say that we literally have no space for you.
Without a place to go, if somebody would be under the influence, a lot of times they would take trips to the hospital for detox stays or for other medical checkups, which is a extreme strain on resources there.
Everybody sees a hospital as saving them to some degree. That's the purpose.
But saving a person from their current living situation is not.
So really our purpose primarily is medical needs, and it's not shelter is not our main goal. But we are there to help.
A recent change in the Salvation Army's policy
Salvation Army, this is Jessie. How may I help you?
is now giving local agencies additional tools to help.
Really, it made sense to make this change.
The new harm reduction model allows the Salvation Army to accept people into their program who are under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
Everybody, of course, predicted doom and gloom and the world's going to fall apart and the roof's going to fall in, and it basically has been a pretty peaceful transition.
In the past, people looking for shelter would have to take a breathalyzer test to determine if they could be allowed to stay. But the organization knew their system was flawed because they were not testing for drugs.
So someone could have come in under the influence of a substance other than alcohol, and we never would have known that other than observances.
This video that News 8 captured last July inspired the organization to announce the shift in policy.
Many of them found a place to lay right outside the building because they wanted to sleep somewhere. And so that created a problem we weren't real comfortable with either.
Now, the agency is able to invite all of those people inside their doors.
We still believe that it's important to keep them off the street, keep them out of the inclement weather, keep them safe during really cold weather.
The Salvation Army will measure the impact of the harm reduction policy in two ways. First, the organization wants to see the percentage of clients leaving the shelter to permanent housing increase to between 70 and 80%. The organization may be able to accomplish this goal if the number of clients who stayed at the shelter and completed the program increased. With the harm reduction model now in place, the hope is fewer people will have to leave the program if they have a relapse with drugs or alcohol, allowing them to continue to work towards self-sustainability.
Now the process can continue. They can stay on the program, continue saving their money. Our caseworkers can continue working with them, help them overcome their addiction through other referrals, at the same time that we're still helping them work towards the goal of permanent housing.
And area organizations now have a new resource and partner in the fight against homelessness.
That allows us to, refer people to each other. When we're really full, I can send people there. When they're really full, they can send people here. That's something that before, because of the differences in admission policies, was honestly a bit more challenging.
It just allows us to better utilize our resources. It allows us to keep the community safer more effectively, and it's a good sign that the community is working together more effectively.
A heartwarming collaboration that may be able to help provide a warm place for everyone to stay. The major at the Salvation Army says the implementation of the new policy went well. However, they do need to work on a policy to handle the clients who try to sneak alcohol into the facility.
All right, well, Lisa, it's been 2 months already since they implemented this change. So have any of the other groups and organizations in our community noticed a difference?
So far, Gunderson Health System has said that they have seen fewer homeless people come into their emergency room. The neighborhood resource officer that I interviewed said that he and his partner have seen fewer people camping out overnight in the parking ramps. However, both groups recognize that there are many different factors that can, play into those reduced numbers. It could be nice weather, maybe added patrols, but they say that they do believe that the harm reduction model at Salvation Army could also be helping.
Okay, thanks very much, Lisa.